Hey, I wanted to share a side project that I've been working on. Started building a video game just for fun a couple of months ago, and I realized that I wanted a program to draw my sprites in, and I didn't want to pay for Photoshop. I like Photoshop, but it's a little pricey. But also, I looked at some of the pixel art editing programs. Bsprite, I think, is probably the most popular one, and I felt like the UI was a little awkward to use for me, particularly around animations, which is not something I've built yet. But I thought I could make my own tool for this that would be sort of a fun learning experience and give me a chance to sort of build exactly the thing that I wanted, and something that was a little bit more like a mixture between a pixel editing thing like Bsprite and something like Photoshop. So that's what I am building. Obviously, I have not built the animations part yet, but I wanted to sort of share what I built so far and see if there's interest from others, and if so, what kind of features would you want? And if not, just to share it because it's been a fun learning project. So here we've got a basic graphic that I've created for my game. Demonstrates some features of the editor here, which is that it supports layering. Layers can be sort of drag and drop arranged, toggle on or off, or deleted independently. And everything, I'm using the keyboard now, but I'll just show everything that you do in the app can be undone. It all supports history, so I'm undoing and redoing via keyboard just to show. There is sort of the ability to duplicate and delete and drag around and toggle layers, which I've been showing here. I'm going to make a new one and show some of the tools. I'll zoom in here. All the basic tools you would expect to have, like a pencil, a eyedropper to select colors. Pencil can be tweaked up to be a larger size. Oops, toggle everything off here. There's also a fill tool, which will respect a selection if you have defined one. There is a spray paint tool. I don't know if that's a common thing for pixel art, but I just kind of wanted to build it. I thought it seemed kind of fun. There is an eraser tool, which also respects the size preference. I'm going to undo a few things to make the canvas cleaner. Actually, no, I'm going to put those back. There's a magic wand tool, which will select everything matching a color contiguously, or if you want, it will select everything matching a color on the layer. Back in contiguous land, just like in Photoshop, if I hold select down and I add to the selection, I can do that. Or if I hold option down and I draw around, it'll subtract from the selection. I can move the existing selection. There's a bug in this. When I move my mouse, it's over moving it, but I'll just show by keyboard. You can also shift move or arrow key to move. And then lastly, we've got some basic rotation and flipping and stuff, just like Photoshop has. You can cut and paste. And I think that's everything. I've got a basic color palette here, which you can sort of override by inputting hex colors explicitly if you want. I'm going to add support eventually for you to import, export color palettes separately. I'm going to, like I said, add animation at some point. I haven't done that yet. That's a big undertaking. But I think I have a decent start here, and it feels familiar if you're someone who has familiarity with Photoshop's tools and the way they work, but it's obviously a much simpler, much less powerful version. Lastly, it has the ability to save files using sort of a custom JSON format that I'm using for now, as well as the ability to import from like GIF files, and it'll do its best to convert to a format it understands. The saving format might change once I add animations. It probably will. So this is definitely not something that I would encourage anyone to use in any kind of serious project at this point, but it is kind of fun. And like I said, if there's interest from others, I'd love to hear sort of what features you would want from an editor like this, any cool ideas you have, stuff like that. Yeah, cool. That's it. Thanks for checking out the demo, and have a great day.